in preparing to talk to you, I was looking at some of the videos and things. I was surprised. You seem so laid back and kind of quiet and kind of, beta. I was surprised to hear you rap and speak up and you don't see. Is there another side to you that people just don't know?
Yeah, I think I try to be respectful and maybe the respect sometimes makes me kind of seem shy or whatever.
Yeah.
But also one of my first mentors always told me that you can be a Padawan, a Jedi, and a Yoda, just depending on the situation.
Oh, okay.
And so in certain situations, I think I am the Yoda, and most of the times I'm the Jedi, but in times when I'm in front of the real Yoda, like you, I'm Padawan and I'm listening, so.
It was kind of nice to see that because some people reveal who they are right away.
Yeah.
But most people would be surprised to know that you can stand up for yourself if you had to.
Yes, sir.
Do women misunderstand you at times because you seem so, I almost want to use the word docile, but that's a real beta.
That's real beta.
But I won't. Are women surprised to know you're not as pushover or soft as you seem?
It's funny because I think I was, and now now coming and listening to you, I've made a huge change, I think, just in the past couple months.
Oh, right.
But I think I definitely was, like you say, I definitely was one that made women my God.
Yeah.
And and I think it stems from, like, again, the family and understanding the root of it. So yeah, I think, and also being an artist, managers and agents, they actually make money off of men being beta.
Yeah.
Like it's because it helps. It actually, they make you think that, like, all these things is better for an artist, like to be vulnerable and to be weak and to.
Oh, really?
Yeah, well, it's why, like, Drake is like I love Drake, but I'm saying it's like that kind of vibe has been definitely pushed. And is it an agenda? Probably. Just like we talk about the gay agenda, just like we talk about, it's probably all an agenda.
So in the entertainment world, at least the part you're dealing with, they are teaching the man to be weak and submissive like that?
I don't think necessarily teaching them, but you definitely get rewarded, I think, for it. And I don't think there's anybody there to fix the problem because they make money off of the problem.
Yeah.
Just like you talk about, there's no such thing as isms,
right?
But they make money off of it.
Yeah.
So and if there's money in the disease, not in the cure.
Yeah.
So.
Do the guys recognize that they are being that way, kind of soft and weak, or is it a norm to them?
That's a good question. I don't know, because I know me for years. I think I was like, it was subconscious. I was unconscious.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, even that, learning about being conscious, like you were saying, and stepping outside of your body and noticing yourself while you're doing the bad thing.
Yeah.
Like, that in itself will make you be like, yo, I'm bugging. Like, why am I doing that?
I know.
And it's just it is important to be the observer.
Yep.
And a lot of times when you're in it, I don't think people are noticing it. So I think a lot of artists are being manipulated by whoever, managers, agents, fans, or whoever.
Yeah.
And they don't even know, what they're doing.
I remember when Beyonce's husband beat him up in the elevator. No, Beyonce's sister.
Yes, a lot,
beat up the husband, her brother-in-law, Beyonce.
Yeah.
I mean, what's his name?
Jay-Z.
Jay-Z.
Yeah.
He got beat up in the elevator. He didn't do anything.
He didn't, but I will say that he definitely handled it in the way he caught her foot and, like, Bruce Lee'd it was kind of like.
That was a little alpha?
It was smooth.
Oh.
I don't know, but it was kind of smooth. Because it definitely could have got crazy.
Yeah.
But.
Amazing. So I want to ask you about your family history. Very interesting. So are you Iranian?
Yeah, so my dad was born in Baghdad, Iraq.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's amazing. I never met anyone from there. I mean, born there or whatever.
Yeah.
Or connected to that. When I first met you, I thought your personality was like a Buddhist personality.
Yeah.
But now I understand. And so I read that your grandfather was beheaded
Yes.
by Saddam Hussein's regime in Iraq.
Yep.
That is amazing.
Yeah.
And it happened when your father was 7 years old?
Correct.
And so what was it like for your father to know that that happened to his father?
Well, yeah, I think, so my dad had like 15 brothers and sisters, and pre-Saddam Hussein, my grandfather, his dad, was in the parliament. So he was like a prime minister type of thing in the government.
Right.
And then, yeah, when Saddam came in with the dictatorship, he basically just, bodied everybody and took over.
Uh-huh.
But it was interesting because at that point, they became political refugees. They had to flee Iraq, the mother and the 15 brothers and sisters. And
So he had 15 children by the same woman?
my grandfather?
Yeah.
Yes.
Wow. So we had to stop because he had on a noisy jacket from China. But it's okay. Life goes on. So your your grandfather beheaded by Saddam folks.
Yeah.
And did your father see that at the time?
He was in the house. So I guess whoever it was, the berets or whatever the army regime was, they literally pulled him out of the house in the middle of the night. So they were in the house. And he told me a crazy story. The next night, the mother was like, we have to leave. And in the middle of the night, they were getting ready to leave. And my dad was like, I want to grab my toy, like his ducks or something.
Yeah.
And the mother was like, no, you can't take anything because they'll know that we left.
Oh.
So it was like they had to just like get out of there, and they, and they started living with there's a group of people called the Kurdish people.
Yeah.
And they're like kind of neutral. I guess they're similar to like Amish, like
Right.
here, but obviously not religious similarities. But so they lived everywhere. They had to, for 7 years, they were like political refugees. They lived in Syria, Jordan, Egypt for 2 years. Yeah.
Wow. So were you born here?
I was, yeah.
And so how old were you when they told you about this?
My dad told me probably when I was 7, 8.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
And did it impact you in any way?
I don't think I really understood at the time. But it was interesting because my mother was always very Christian. She was originally Roman Catholic,
Right.
but she's always just been like a Jesus junkie.
Right.
And so she was like definitely pushing like Christianity in the house.
Oh.
And my dad, being Muslim, would never really say anything. He would just do his own thing. He never
Right.
pushed it. But it kind of made me more interested.
Yeah.
Because he never said anything about it. So I was always be like, what are you doing? Like, and watching it. So, but it's interesting. I've learned before meeting you, I probably learned more about Jesus through the Quran than the Bible.
Oh, yeah?
They mention Jesus in the Quran more than in the Bible.
Amazing.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. While your mother would be praising the Lord,
Yeah.
your father, your mother would be praising the Lord, the father would be bowing down to Allah?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
That's amazing. 2 different religions in one home.
What a mess.
I know. A mess.